Mahadev. Saturn Moon Conjunction, which is one of the most powerful, distressing conjunction in Vedic Astrology. Why do these people go through what they go through and why it is called Vish Yog? Let's figure it out in this video today. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and watch till the end. And for consultations, please see the description and send me an email. So, what is Saturn? Saturn is boundaries, limitations. Saturn is misery, structure and organization. Maharishi Parashar calls him the Pida of Kalpurush Kundli. Pida meaning misery. Why so? Because he is retribution. He gives us punishment from our past life deeds, past life karmas, which we don't even have a recollection of. And what is moon? Moon is the mind. Moon is the mother. Moon is the very emotional space. Your cognition, your cognitive capacity. Right? Moon is how we connect to the world, how we express ourselves. That is moon. Now when Saturn and moon come together, one house, one sign, what happens? Here, the Saturn doesn't like the moon because moon is actually his enemy. He hates the moon. So what happens? These people, they are emotionally starved. They become emotionally starved because they are during their development of their mind of the moon in the early childhood, their emotional needs were not met, mostly by the mother. The mother were almost emotionally disconnected, or she may not have understood, most cases she may not have understood the emotional needs the child had. Okay, so they fulfilled maybe all other needs, but the innate inherent emotional need of the child while growing up, that was not particularly met by the mothers of this Saturn Moon Conjunction people. Why so? Is the mother heartless? Does the mother not love the child? No. The mother does not understand. She just doesn't know how to address the emotional need of the child. Again and again I use this phrase, emotional need. This is the key here. Okay. So resulting in which this child becomes emotionally starved, emotionally malnourished. Like how you see in WHO ads, physically starved children, right? Similarly, here they become emotionally starved, emotionally malnourished. Everything is okay, they look hale and hearty, but deep down within they are malnourished emotionally, due to which they go through tremendous amount of pain and tremendous amount of suffering living their life, because the life is all about the moon. How we connect our mind to this world, how we experience this world through our mind, that is what defines our life. That is what defines our own experience. So these people cannot do that easily. They become emotionally starved, they become dry, they get dried up inside. They cannot make others their own. In Hindi we call it अपना नहीं बना सकता दूसरों को, कोई अपना नहीं बनता है. Nobody becomes their own. There is that emotional distance is there with everyone. They become detached. That is why it is called Vish Yog. Vish means poison and Yog means union. Union of these planets. There are other yogas too, right? Jivatma Yog, Gajakeshri Yog, all these yogs, including this one, is supposed to help you reach the higher truth within you, the higher divine self within you. So this is also there to help you know who you are. This is also there to make you free. Okay. But it's not easy. It is the most difficult way. Here it is as if you have to drink all your misery, pain and suffering and the harrowing experiences of childhood and drink it like a poison and be okay with it, forbear it, tolerate it. But does it happen? No, it does not happen like that. It's not easy for everyone. So what happens? Here the person becomes like a rock. They become a stone, so dry, emotionless, can't connect with others emotionally, does not experience the world emotionally. Okay. Because of this, it becomes very, very difficult and more painful as the life progresses ahead. Now, those who still, because here it is so difficult, I had to mention this particular Shani, this is so, it is so unlucky to have this one in your main natal chart, that here as if the Saturn is trying to make you into a brute, an animal, and not take away the humanity from you, the human aspects from you, snatch your empathy, snatch your compassion. The person will become so emotionless that I have seen that they will actually like when others are suffering. That is the effects of moon actually starving the Saturn. Moon is also affecting the Saturn, right? So they become empathyless. So they are very dangerous. So what one should do? Most of them do not know, do not even understand what is wrong. They just suffer. They are just like that, they are not able to figure out what is going on. I don't know how many people will watch this video and how many people will agree with me. I have no idea. If you agree, please comment. So, if you think nothing is wrong with you, then nobody can help. But if you think this is what, if you can at least resonate, this is what has happened and this is how it is going on, then what you need to do, you have to re-inculcate, those emotions which you have dried, you have suppressed. You have to live your life, emotionally nourish yourself, be empathetic towards other people's pain, become the human being which is suppressed within you, be compassionate, feel other people's pain, be very, very, have that commiseration for others, do service oriented work, not just doing charity, actually go and do something for other people, feel their pain, then you can be healed, you will be healed. If you heal others, you will be healed. Okay? And there is this Saturn, as I said, it is trying to make you into a brute. It has pushed you or pushed them, I don't know who is watching, push them into so much of tamas, the darkness of Shani, that it is almost swimming in the dark sea where you can't see anything, you can't see the rising sun. Okay? And everything seems so dark and suppressing and depressing and very dangerous. Everything feels hopelessness and misery is, haunting you. Then the same Shani only will help you actually, because Shani, the Shani's way is the most difficult way. The path of liberation through Shani is the most difficult. That is why it is the most difficult conjunction. That same Shani who does this, he also takes away from you the black sea and puts you at the gate of Jupiter and lets you see the divine light. That's why Shani represents sannyas, which is renunciation. Shani lets every human being detach from this material world, detach from this material experience, this illusion, and be free. But that does not mean that you become emotionally dried up. Being emotionally detached and renouncing your life, becoming more spiritual is different than suppressing all the emotions inside and become like a psychopath who doesn't have any emotion for others, any compassion or empathy for others, who actually enjoys when others are suffering. Okay, when others are suffering, near and dear one, somebody has a divorce, he is enjoying. Something has happened to someone, he is actually enjoying, he or she. So that is not spirituality, that is psychopathy. Okay, that is sociopathy. Spirituality is, you know that you are a human being, that divinity is within you, it's not dried up, and you can emotionally connect with everyone. You can feel everybody's pain. Who can feel everybody's pain? That man is a Mahatma, that man is a Sant. Not all those sants, those who keep on moral policing you and always blames you, always blame you, and always has no empathy towards your difficulties and tells you have done this wrong and you have done that wrong. Okay, so that is not the Sant. A Sant will be able to love everybody like as if their own. So you have to become that. Inculcate that emotional, that empathy within. Yes, this has happened to me, but I must not become a heartless human being. I am a human being. I must smile. I must smile when I look at a rose. I must smile when I look at a child. Right? I must experience this world. I must value all the relationships. I must not cheat. I must not steal. I must not be jealous and take what others have. All these things you have to instill within. Bring back that human which is lost inside. Feed that child. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. Not your fault, not your mother's fault. It is your own past karmas which you have no recollection of. But God has given you this particular yoga to go through this difficulty in one life only. They could have given you other things, Saturn aspects on the moon, third aspect, seventh aspect, 10th aspect. No, He has given a conjunction. Very difficult. Right? So God has chosen this for you. So you must prove that you are worthy of it by not becoming like a brute, neither a criminal nor a psychopath, the sociopath who live within us, those who gaslight us, those who demotivate us, this kind of people. Do not become like that. Have a high sense of self-worth. Who told you you are worthless? Everybody is same. Each soul is potentially divine. This is what the entire Sanatana Dharma, all the Upanishads, the Gita teaches us. All the ancient Mahapurusas. Forget this modern world people. Go back to the ancient. Read the Gita. Read the Upanishads. Then you will understand who you are. Why do you think you are less than others? Why do you want to have somebody else's? What they have? Why do you want to do what somebody else is doing? Why do you want to do copy-paste? Why can't you do your own things? Do your own things. Right? Bring back that human within you. Your divine soul. Very powerful. You are not a psychopath. You are not a sociopath. Right? Bring back that God within you. Alright? So I think this will help you. Even if you disagree, please comment. Let's see what kind of disagreement you have, so that I can pray for your soul. And the same Shani will help you. You are not doomed if you have this. This will change. With age, this will change. Not unless you stop it. and you become what all the wrong things which I just said. You are your own enemy, you are your own friends. The Gita says it. So help yourself. Okay? And pray. Surrender to the higher power which is within you. Then everything will be alright. Okay? Alright. Har Har Mahadev. If you want to consult, please read the description. Har Har Mahadev.